Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on the Sean McCall.
It's S.L. Roper.
Producer Pat behind the call, behind the mic, behind everything, fellas. How we doing?
Doing good. Today is Wednesday, January 22nd, and the St. Louis Blues are the only team in the NHL this season to not win 3 games in a row. The record now moves to 7-1.
Yes.
That deserves a buzzer for sure.
I don't know why, but Utah's the Saturday night game this last week against Utah, the club's first ever game in Salt Lake City. I was excited. I woke up that day I felt like the Blues were about to pop a 10-game winning streak. I know I say this every time we win a game in a row, but I don't know. And then, I got some opinions as to why we lost. But what did you guys think of that game?
I did not watch any of it, really.
With the Utah game?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was we were so focused on Calgary that those 2 games that we kind of we're mentally drained because we've had so much video and resources for those 2 games because they were right above us in the standings, and Utah is still behind us.
Behind us. That's a good point.
Yes, the season's long and you should prepare for everybody. I get it, but I don't think we were up for that game as much for the 2 Calgary games.
No, that makes a lot of sense because those 2 Calgary games were huge.
Yes.
That was an 8-point swing in the standings because we took points away from Calgary.
Yes.
But I have some theories as to why we lost that game. I don't know if you saw you didn't watch it, but the Blues' first goal was Tyler Tucker.
Yes.
Off the faceoff.
Yeah.
You know what happened on that play?
Yeah, I do know what happened.
So maybe I have a hot take on this, but there's an unwritten rule in hockey that if someone asks you to fight and you say yes, that you're going to fight. So I don't know who the Utah player was, but he asked him, Tyler Tucker, before the draw, yo, we're going to want to go right here? And I think Tyler Tucker told him yes. So the Utah player throws down his stick and his gloves. Tyler Tucker shoots the puck and scores a goal, which is it's a baller move at that time, yes, because the Blues scored, but it's just kind of slimy almost. I don't know. I don't like that.
I don't mind the play.
And then, yes, Tyler Tucker scored, and then immediately after the next whistle, Tucker knew, hey, I'll fight you now.
Right.
But you agree to a fight, you're going to fight. If he says no, then what if that guy blocks? I think it was Liam O'Brien. He blocks the shot maybe. He's playing defense. So, I don't know. I thought it was maybe a rookie mistake by Tyler Tucker. Maybe he meant to do that, but I kind of feel like that's why we lost.
I didn't watch any of that game, so.
But if someone asks you to a fight and then you say yes and then you don't do it and then you get a goal. The hockey gods spoke clear to the Blues that night, and they did not approve of that play. Because what does Utah go on to do? Clayton Keller and Nick Schmaltz torch us.
Every time. Victoria says hi, by the way. Hi, Victoria.
Hello, Victoria. Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch that game, so I was just hearing updates and how it was up and down.
Did you watch the Golden Knights game?
Yeah, I did watch that. Good shootout win. I watched the first part, and then I went to the movie.
Yes.
Monday afternoon matinee.
Yes.
Yes.
3 o'clock local time.
Did not realize what time that game was when I booked tickets for that night. I thought I would go to at least. I thought it was gonna be in Vegas time, so I was thinking it was gonna be
9 o'clock.
Yeah, and that's why I got a 6:20 movie time. But no, I instead just had to watch the end of the.
Oh, so you tried to go into the movies early, thinking that you'd be done by the time the game was starting.
I got to watch the first period. That's what I got to do. But I mean, the movie was great. So
I kind of liked that 5 o'clock start time. I got home and
it was nice.
Made dinner and sat right down. I was like, Blues hockey. Don't have to wait.
That's true.
Awesome win.
That was my.
Well, we were up 4-2, and then we gave up 2 goals late.
Yeah, I did hear about that we choked it and forced overtime.
Both with goalie pulled.
And Jack Eichel, I heard, missed a wide open net.
Wide empty net. Dude, it was a tap in, and he hit the puck. He was on the right side of the crease. Yeah, he hit it all the way across the blue paint, and it missed the net.
Damn.
Wide open, empty net.
Eichel?
Yeah.
Man.
So Blues stole a point from that one because I don't think we should have gotten away with 2 from that game. But Blues have the Golden Knights tomorrow night at home,
We going to that?
back to back.
I'm going.
Oh wait, just kidding. I can't go to that. I am golfing.
Golf
Yeah.
simulator.
Gotcha.
Golf simulator.
Nice.
I will be in attendance.
There you go.
Nice. Good to see
Yeah.
Petrangelo and Barbashev.
Yep. Should be a good game.
Why do we always play good against the good teams and then bad against the bad teams?
Blues play down to their opponent's level. That's just how they've been historically the last 5 to 10 years. I mean, I don't know. It's not the worst problem you can have.
I also wanted to shout out Redig. He says to tell the boys what's up from fantasy camp in Orlando,
Oh.
and he's right now currently chilling with Willie and Ozzie Smith.
Shout out
Wow.
Ozzy.
Shout out Willie.
Wow. Shout out Andrew Reddick.
Hey, I was going to tell them they don't even need to go to Florida for spring training this year. They can stay in St. Louis, and it's the same weather.
Yeah, yeah. That was wild pictures. They got like a foot of snow down there.
Depending on where you're at,
Right,
New
yeah,
Orleans
Orleans.
got 10 inches, and there's snow on the beach.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Pensacola.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Let me go through some stats. Let me tell you who's hot lately. The captain. I don't know if you guys have paid attention.
Yes.
Braden Shen, 4 points in his last 3 games. He's on a 4-game point streak. He's found a scoring touch as of late.
Yeah, I mean, we need that,
We need it.
Yeah, we need it from the captain. for
and we're gonna need it with Broberg being evaluated.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Okay, so what I've heard from, well, JR tweeted that he didn't have any weight on it. From what I've heard, it's not his knee this time. It's more ankle, lower leg, which is, I mean, not still good news, but better news than a knee.
Yeah,
He said it didn't look like he was even hurt. Like the trainers didn't even go out to like help him until he couldn't even get up. So that's the reports from what I'm hearing.
I don't know if that's better or not. If it's a different injury, or if it would have been better if it was the same injury.
Right. I wasn't sure of what leg he injured the first time. I don't know if it's the same leg or a different leg either.
And I mean, we're speculating because
Right.
no one saw a video or like what actually happened at the play.
Correct. Apparently, he lost an edge and ran in the boards, and that's what happened.
No one even touched him. He
just lost an edge.
he's one of our best skaters, you guys. He's
I know.
really good.
One of our best defensemen.
I heard something on 101 that Nick Leddy might be being close to come back.
Well, we need him now
Finally.
more than ever.
Finally, we have decent teams coming up, like
Yeah, playoff teams. Teams
Yeah.
we're fighting for
Canadians.
spots.
I heard playing
We're-
Canadians.
We're playing Dallas,
Stars. Yeah,
Vegas tomorrow.
So in the next 10
Panthers.
days,
Don't we play the Panthers again?
Let me look.
they'll probably come into town, yeah, because we played
And
them there once.
I know we finished with the Blackhawks before the break of the Four Nations.
We got 2 Blackhawks games coming up and in Nashville. We play some bottom feeder teams.
Okay, so we got Vegas, Stars, Canucks. Canucks is a
Canucks
big one.
are big.
Next Monday.
And they lost yesterday.
They did.
Yeah, and then Avalanche, Utah, Oilers, Panthers, Blackhawks before the break.
Every game is important. When you're fighting for a playoff spot, every single game is important.
Yep. And is it just me or is it that losses just feel detrimental right now? It's just like the end of the world if we lose it any game.
Dude, that's what I was saying after the Utah game. I was like, this team sucks. There's no chance in hell for the playoffs. I was saying that after we lost to Columbus last week.
Right.
Yeah, I did hear that Buchnevich and Thomas had bad games and got sat for some shifts.
That was
Yeah.
in the Utah game.
yeah.
I mean, I was watching on at the bar, but
Which bar were you at?
Jack Nolan's.
Stop going there.
Yeah, that was the first and only time I've been there. So
They must have lost because I couldn't even watch. I was at the trivia night and they had the Commanders Lions games, which overs was the easiest bet of all time. of
that
the
was a
year.
shootout. We'll get into NFL in a
Yeah.
little bit,
Yeah, no worries.
but You have Thomas to get benched. He's got
Yeah.
2 points in his last 3 games. He's the only player on the team that's on a point per game pace. Holloway still on fire, 4 assists in his last 3 games. That Kyrou Shannon Holloway line that's our number 1 line.
Right now, yes. Victoria says, I really don't think there's a chance for the playoffs, folks.
Don't tell my 3-leg parlay that, Victoria.
Yeah, we don't need that juju up in here in this chat.
I mean, after a loss, I would say no, but I mean, Blues, they show flashes of brilliancy from time to time. That's how I know this team is good enough to make the playoffs. But the fact that they haven't won 3 games in a row all year, the fact that we canned our coach midway through the season, it's like that doesn't give me hope. This team is 50-50. We're fighting for a play. That's going to come down to like the last few games, I think.
Yeah, I agree. She also says she's just rooting for Jack Hughes, I'm assuming. Jack, or he does have a brother named Quinn Hughes that we're not a fan of either.
And another one.
Wait, Victoria said that?
Victoria said she's rooting for the Hughes.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah, which one?
Which one? Don't know.
What's the third? Luke. Luke
Luke.
plays for the Devils as well. He's a
Yes.
defenseman.
Yes.
But what was I gonna say?
She just said all of them.
Chris- Chris Kerber was saying that the next 10 days are really gonna show us a lot on how close we are to Vancouver and Calgary because we've played more games than both of them. So in the next 10 days, the Blues only play 3 games, and the Canucks and the Flames will each play 5 games.
Okay.
So they're going to get, I think we're 3 games ahead of them. So they're going to
Correct.
catch up 2 games each. So
Oh, they might have played last night. So I
the
think
Canucks was one of them, and they lost that game.
So the Calgary might have played as well.
Calgary
so
plays
It
tonight.
would be 2.
Calgary plays tonight, I think.
Well, then we're 2. Then it's 2 games in hand.
Oh, it's going to be tight coming down the stretch, boys.
Oh, yeah.
But gun to my head, I would say Blues are a playoff team.
I would hope so. Need them for the parlays.
Yeah. What other Blues stuff I got that may be all? I'm without the laptop tonight, so I got to keep opening up this doc on my phone.
She said, Victoria says, yes, Quinn and Luke. I like Quinn, question mark. He's on the team with the woman coach, isn't he?
No, that's
No.
the Kraken.
That is the-
Close though. Pacific Northwest.
Just wrong country.
You're in the right area. Same colors though, pretty much.
Just different country.
yes.
Different country. My last Blues tidbit: Jimmy Snuggerud leads NCAA hockey in scoring, 33 points
Wow.
in 26 games.
That's
Get
awesome.
them down here.
He's on the road to the Frozen Four at Enterprise Center.
When is the Frozen 4?
It's in April,
And it's
Okay.
here.
early April.
That's awesome.
But it's only the final 4 though.
Right, the Frozen Four.
They'll do the regional stuff is different cities,
Right.
and
But we get the championship. That's what matters.
we're not gonna be able to go. This is expensive tickets. I was
Yeah, I
telling my
know.
dad this earlier. He was wanting to know.
Really? How much are the tickets?
My
Did you
dad
look?
thought it was at Centene. I was like,
No way.
no. I was like, these are big D1 hockey schools. They're gonna fill up an arena,
Yeah.
and they're not cheap tickets. I think you have to buy them as a set, or no, you can buy the championship game in the third place game, or you can buy like the semifinal games because they're gonna play them back to
back-to-back.
back.
They're,
And that's why they're extra expensive.
I mean,
bet.
Vivid
Yeah.
Seats has them at $113 as a quick search.
That's not terrible. Is that both games? Like I said though, is it like?
I am not sure. I just searched Frozen 4 tickets.
Gotcha.
so.
All right. Well, let's move into college football. The championship wrapped up. I was telling Pat this last week before we recorded, but yeah, we're all big college football fans, but I think I'm a fan of the pageantry. I'm a fan of Saturdays down south when the whole board is going, when we're tailgating. It's this playoff format. Yeah, it gave different teams chances, but maybe they didn't market it well, but I did not care about this game on Monday night, Notre Dame versus
Do you
Ohio
think
State.
it was the people that? Do you think the colleges that were playing in it, or in general? I guess for you.
I feel like it was obvious who was going to win that. too.
Yeah, Ohio State was on
Yeah.
a tear.
Like everyone knew
Yeah.
going into it. Like it was like an underdog story. Like oh, maybe they have a shot. And I mean, they made some dumb decisions, like kicking a field goal down 16. What the fuck? I'm just saying, like, always have some balls and go for it. See what happens.
Well,
I would
McKernan-
have given more of a reason, like that. It just seemed like a dumb decision.
It was very. It was a head scratching decision. But McKernan pointed out what the spread was at the time. Notre Dame didn't want to ruin the spread. Maybe someone told them, "Hey, we got." I don't know. But
Victoria said she was rooting for the Irish.
Yeah, she wanted me to go to an Irish bar. Sorry, had a movie date. Sorry.
I was rooting. You guys know I'm a
I mean,
Irish fan.
I hate them both, but
Yeah,
less of a two evils.
I would have been rooting for the Irish.
Yeah, I was
mean,
rooting for the Irish.
They
I
had
hate,
the
I hate Ohio
CBC
State.
kid on for the running back.
Jim, I love.
Yeah.
I read something that said on Twitter that the teams that go to the finals, they get X amount of dollars for their conference.
Right, and
And since Notre Dame isn't in a conference, they get to pocket all. And it's like million. It's like 5 or 10 million.
It was like 18 or 19 million.
Yeah, it's a lot of freaking money. They get all of that.
Touchdown Jesus. The funniest tweet during that game was I don't know what point it was. It said like 40 minutes ago when they were down like 31 to 15 or whatever, and it was just Shane Gillis and it just said "fuck." That's all it said. Fuck.
I was having a good time trolling Ohio State fans on Twitter by telling them that their season was still a failure because they lost to Michigan.
Nice, nice.
Oh,
No,
you
yeah.
won the net. Well, you lost to Michigan. You did not win this. I don't care what you won, what bowl game you say you win. You lost to Michigan.
Yeah, no, I know. There was like a Twitter account called Mr. Ohio, and he got cooked because he tweeted like the next day after the game, and they're like, "Ryan Day, they all doubted you. They said you lost the locker room, and all this stuff." And then some like college football big account retweeted him with a screenshot of his post the day after the Michigan game. Was like, "I want Ryan Day fired." And he's like, "This you?
Is this you?
This you?"
That's funny.
So also Block M Brigade, the last two teams to beat Ohio State,
Michigan and Mizzou.
and I mean whatever. Who also beat him in the
Oregon.
Oregon in the Pac-12 championship? Yeah, Block M's and O's.
There we go.
There you go.
I'll leave you guys with one last college football question before we move on. Should we make the national championship on January 1st again? The Rose Bowl?
What do you mean? Well, that's not how it's going to work with the playoff.
Well, I know, but like, what they could that'd be kind of hard, yeah. But this Monday night,
It's always been on
It's
Monday
always
night.
been on Monday.
no, it hasn't.
It has.
Yes, it
100%. 100%.
It
That's
ha-
why this
it
man has been
has.
sleeping.
Yeah, it
All
has
the time.
always been on a Monday.
It is
Ever since they
every
went
year.
from
The four
the
team.
4 team, it has always
It's
been on Monday.
night.
I don't
Correct.
like that.
I know.
I,
I mean,
don't
I'm,
like. That's what I'm
I'm not-
saying. I'm
I don't disagree.
I disagree.
I'm
but
arguing for scrapping the whole playoff idea and just making the championship
They-
the Rose Bowl.
They just know
I mean,
they're going to
Ryan
get owned
Andrade
by.
agrees with you. He said needs to end before the start of the NFL playoffs.
I agree because no one's watching. We're not caring
I
about
know.
college
And that's what
football.
they're afraid of. They're afraid of the NFL playoffs.
That's why they had the semifinal game on a Thursday night.
Yep.
Yes.
Who the fuck was watching Penn State and Notre Dame on a Thursday night? No one cared about it.
I
College
know.
football owns Saturdays in the fall. Once they leave that window, I'm
They're
not
gone.
paying attention. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't blame you for being upset with it. That is the status quo
That's-
of how it's
That's
been.
the sacrifice that we pay for having more teams included.
And having
it's
the NFL on
Just going to
Sundays.
be pushed back farther, and we're just going to have to deal with them competing with other
And the
things.
NFL playoffs are like Thanos. They're just inevitable.
Victoria also said, Shane Gillis also said, at least my coach doesn't Sharpie his beard, which I thought was funny.
That is true. That is-
Who sharpies their beard?
Ryan Day.
Ryan Day.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at a picture, it's
Oh,
pretty funny.
did you guys see the clip of the like teenage girl intern driving the golf cart or whatever.
Oh, and
but
she crashed
she
it.
just,
Yeah.
right- in her defense, the wall was just right there. I mean,
And it was like one of those.
It came out of
longer-
nowhere.
It was like a
Came out of
longer
nowhere.
golf cart too.
yeah, the wall just came out of nowhere,
Extendo golf cart.
and she like fucked it up. Like she couldn't even remember. It's all right.
All right, let's get into NFL. We had the divisional round take place this last weekend.
Yeah.
The St. Louis Chiefs beat the Texans
Okay,
23 to 14
Jesus
in a
Christ,
controversial.
take that fucking back right now. Fucking apologize. Whoa, yeah,
St. Louis
that's what you
Chiefs.
get. That's what you get. The ghost of this house put a curse on them now. They're fucked.
What do you guys think about Patty Mahomes flopping? Does he look like
Oh
LeBron
my
yet?
god. Here's a question with that.
That's so funny.
Here's a question with that.
Hmm.
Is it fair to criticize the Premier League and European soccer for flopping when clearly they do it in the NFL and like NBA and all that? I mean, it seems like it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
I mean, if they're gonna allow, like, they're trying to get every call they can.
I know, and here's my thing. I wish that he should have gotten penalized for that. Like embellishing.
Embellishment.
They
There's
have
no
that in
rules.
NHL.
There's no embellishment in
I know.
football. though.
I know there's not, but I'm saying that there should be. So that
Yeah,
way
I-
there
I agree.
that
Don't
takes away
disagree.
that flopping.
I agree.
I agree.
Exactly. I'm just so frustrated because he's done it multiple. There was another time this season he acted like he was going to go out of bounds and then he went whoop and like skirted the other way,
Yeah.
and that's fucking dangerous. Obviously, they're not going to tackle you because they think you're going out of bounds,
Right.
and then that's just going to set a bad precedent going forward where they're going to tackle him. I don't know. That Pat Mahomes and the refs, it never ends. And I will say that the Texans did share in the blame. They fucked up on some play calls. Took too many sacks, and I don't know. It just never got to Mahomes. Oh, there was the one bullshit call on third down where they called roughing the passer. And I will say, I mean, roughing the passer has been a problem for years, but it was like the dumbest call ever, and it set them on first down just to go score or whatever, get a field goal. And I was pissed about that.
There was a very, very controversial safety at the end of the game.
Yes, that fucked up the spread, correct?
Yeah. The spread was I didn't bet on that one. But
Ryan Andrade said Roper's been waiting all week for this.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
and like why didn't he just punt it? The clock would have still ended. He did that on purpose to ruin the spread.
Yeah.
The punter ran out of the back of the end zone. I've never seen anything like it.
Dan
It was
Orlovsky.
Bizarre ending to that game. Chiefs still won, but they didn't cover. The other game, I don't know if you listened to Lucas last week, but I predicted that at least one of the number one seeds would lose.
Shaw, you were all over the predictions.
There
Thank
you
you,
go.
thank you, thank you.
Well
That was
done.
a high-scoring shootout game. Jaden Daniels, the rookie who keeps shocking the NFL, is playing another game, 45-31. Overhit in the first half.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, I wanted to go back to my big parlay of the weekend. $20 to win 171. In the Chiefs-Texans games, I had Dalton Schultz 4+ receptions. And Pat even watched it with me. The fourth reception was like iffy if he caught it or not. And then they reviewed it, and he counted as a catch. And then that was basically the end right before the end of the game. So that hit. We go to Lions-Commanders. Just take the straight up over a 51.
Nice.
The
Smash.
easiest bet of my life.
All right. We'll
And
get
then
to-
once we get to the other
Yeah.
game, I'll continue.
That Lions game, though, I hit it all last week. I said
Yeah.
Lions are going to lion. Until they win something, they're mediocre. You need postseason success. There's nothing.
Well, they did have postseason success. They went to the NFC Championship.
Yeah, we
last
talked
what
year.
about it
Pat
last
said
week.
last week, dude. But like,
We both said that last week.
what if they won? It's
They won the
Jared.
division, the number one seed in the NFC.
It's Jared Goff, dude.
He got to the Super Bowl before
And they
playoff
lost.
history.
But,
One of the
which I
most
was happy
dismal
with.
Super Bowl
I
performances.
know, which I was happy with, 100%.
So I mean, the Lions' loss was not surprising to me. Surprising to some people. I'm surprised that they lost the Commanders. I thought they would have.
I'm surprised. It's not surprising they lost. I'm surprised on how they lost.
Their defense is banged up
Yeah.
though. I don't know who was exactly injured on their defense, but
The
I know
whole
they had
secondary
a lot
was
of
fucked
injuries.
up, except Brian Branch, pretty much.
Yeah, they did have injuries.
Yeah.
It's
And even
and
Brian
the Commanders
Branch was
are a
banged
tough
up.
team. Like that's not an easy first round matchup
No.
for them.
Right.
So, I mean, Jaden Daniels came out to play and he played well. Like
I mean, he didn't make a mistake.
Right.
So,
yeah, you gotta give credit to the Commanders for that.
yeah.
That was good coaching, well played, and dude, I'm rooting for that Commanders Bills
mean-
Super Bowl. I'm really
Yeah.
rooting for it.
We'll get to that, Ryan. He's got a good question too.
Let's talk about the Sunday games.
Okay.
Eagles, the snow games. Eagles beat the Rams in a game we'll never forget.
Yep.
28-22. I'll never forget that game because I had 6.5 Eagles.
I had -5.5 Eagles with Saquon Barkley 110 yards. That dude did it. You know what I'm referencing?
No.
When Saquon broke out for that huge play when it was in snowing or whatever, and he like got out and like he knew he was gone, he just started hitting his helmet. He's like, "Fuck yeah!" Just
That
hyped
one in the
himself up.
fourth.
Yeah, the like big run.
That one pumped me up because I was covering at that. That made me cover. But then Jake Elliott decided to miss the extra point,
Oh, I know. I
Doink
was
it.
sweating it out with Pat at the.
and I knew
yeah.
at that time, I think there was 4 or 5 minutes on the clock, and I felt sick. He missed that extra point. I was like, I knew it. It was going to come back to haunt me. Rams marched down the field. Rams score a touchdown, kick their extra point, and make it a 6-point game. I knew the Eagles weren't scoring anymore after that, so I was kind of being a sore loser and was kind of just rooting for the Rams at that point to win outright. Because if you're not going to cover for me, I hope you lose outright. I don't care who you're playing against. But what a bad beat. -6.5. I lost by the hook.
Yeah, I barely covered -5.5. That was tough result.
That was part of the parlay, right? -5.5
Yes.
and
Saquon 110 yards.
And then your last leg was what? The Ravens?
And then
Last
should
leg.
we get to the
So we
Ravens
go
game?
to the Ravens Bills.
I had Buffalo money line straight up.
Last leg I need to win $171. Lamar Jackson, 40 yards. Finishes with 38.
Oh.
And it was the dumbest shit ever. If fucking Mark Andrews catches that ball at a 2-yard or the 2-yard 2-point conversion, that goes to overtime. And if the Ravens get the ball, Lamar definitely is scrambling for 2 yards. I was hoping he would do it on that fucking 2-point
And
conversion.
score it. Yeah.
Oh my god, I was so
Ryan had a question earlier. I was
Yeah.
going to save it for this. Should the Ravens cut Mark Andrews?
I mean, Isaiah Likely is definitely worthy of being tight end 1. I mean, the funniest thing about that game was they tweeted like 30 minutes before the game in the pregame shit a picture of Mark Andrews or a video of him and was like, "The snow doesn't bother Mark Andrews." And they left it up. They left it up like after the game and everything. And like all.
They weren't. Whoever's social media guy did not even think about that.
Well, I'm
after the
aware.
game.
I know, but I'm just.
People went right to that photo, I'm sure, and started
Oh,
roasting
yeah,
him.
yeah. But I will say, hey, credit to the Bills fans again.
They look good. Hold on, let me get my joke in first.
Oh, yeah.
If to Ryan's question, if Mark Andrews got cut, it wouldn't be a good thing because then he wouldn't be able to afford his insulin anymore.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
And then what were you gonna say now?
Well, I'm just saying the Bills fans raise money for Mark Andrews Foundation.
Yeah,
actually.
diabetic charity.
Yeah. So there you go. They're
Yeah,
providing
yeah,
insulin.
yeah.
They're providing.
Shout out Abby for making the parlay as well.
Yes. Yeah.
And,
No, wait, no. Abby did not make that parlay.
She
Actually.
placed it, maybe.
No, she did not.
No.
That's why I
No,
thought I
she's-
was for sure
she
gonna win.
says you are the one who. She is the one who places your bets, though.
Yeah, this time I called up my buddy Nate, shout out Nate, lives in Illinois himself, had him just log in to my account for me.
Oh.
And then I had 2 parlays. I had the Lions in it, money line with not Ravens, Bills, Chiefs, and like Ohio State.
You got bookies to the east and bookies to the west.
Oh yeah, yeah, and one in North Carolina, but I don't really talk to that guy anymore.
They also say Abby thinks the Bills are gonna lose, and Victoria thinks the Bills are gonna win. So.
Oh yeah, they're settling beef right now. Actually, they wanted to come on I wanted to get them on the Lucas to have a sports debate to settle.
That'd
settle
be
some
funny.
Girls
some
on
beef.
chicks next week.
I could.
Well,
maybe
no, it
set-
has to be. It has to be like this week because it's all about this Bills Chiefs matchup. And here's maybe the Lucas boys can break it down for me.
Okay.
It all started with an argument. It's been a while, but maybe they can correct me. But something about Victoria is saying that the Bills are underdogs heading into the Kansas City Chiefs or whatever.
They are.
And I mean, yeah, you could say that with the Chiefs being the number 1 seed and they're at home, but also the Chiefs lost to the Bills already this year. I would say it's like 2 good teams. I mean, what's the spread going to be?
If
I
you're
bet
going
it's
to
like
just argue about the term underdog or not, I would point directly to the spread and just
Yeah.
the odds. And that, I mean, I'll probably give the point to Victoria here because it's pretty much a pick 'em. I think it's like -1.5, +1.5. Like,
Ryan says Chiefs Bills feels like the Super Bowl, kind of Ohio State Texas felt like the Natty.
yeah, I could see that.
yeah.
But I mean, hey, I'm rooting for the Commanders.
That's-
I mean, I'm okay with the Eagles. Like, I don't really have a problem with the Eagles, but I don't want Eagles versus Chiefs, if that makes sense.
That's the script. That's what it's going to
No,
be.
I don't want that.
I mean,
I know,
he's calling
I
it-
know he is, but I'm gonna deny it as long as I can. Just
Abby says the Bills are the odds favorite, apparently.
Oh, really?
Oh.
it's
Lines
the
are
Chiefs are the
moving.
underdog. So Victoria's wrong.
I'm going to fire off a fat money line bet on the Chiefs.
Oh Jesus,
I'm going to
they
nuke
are
'em.
at home.
Maybe we can get the ladies on for a Super Bowl thing or something.
Yeah, we'll do a Super Bowl preview with them.
Yeah,
That'd be
well,
good.
yeah, that'd be because
Um,
I think I can
Cannot
do
that.
something.
We can't. I will not be here the Wednesday before
Oh,
Super Bowl.
We'll, we'll have to do it on
We'll
Tuesday.
we'll have. I mean, maybe
We can do it the week
maybe
before at Pro
me,
Bowl.
Abby, and Victoria all call in on that Wednesday if you guys do the Wednesday.
Well,
But
what
honestly,
I'm
we might
saying
be
we
going
could
out.
do Pro Bowl, and then I
Oh,
have a
that's true.
thing on on this software I use where I can put in like a Zoom call or
Okay,
a
we'll figure it
FaceTime.
out.
So,
Oh, Victoria wants. She's calling in.
uh-oh.
What is she saying?
Hello, Victoria. Wait. Go again.
I don't know if you guys were talking about something else, but we're gonna have to backtrack because you said it kind of wrong. I was saying the whole time that the like when you look at the league in general and the record, the Bills are the underdog in comparison to the Chiefs because they've never won a Super Bowl and they lose to the Chiefs every single time in the playoffs. And Abby just was saying that I'm an idiot and I don't know anything. The Chiefs are going to be the underdog, and I'm like, maybe maybe the Bills are going to be favored this time.
Abby trying to call you?
Here we go. And then Ryan says, "I hope the Chiefs get the most horrendous call in the NFL history to win."
You guys are all right. Go to war.
And I would consider this to be an underdog story.
Hold on. Victoria is literally stupid as fuck.
Why are you talking?
We're gonna look up the term underdog right now.
Dude, it is so
I would like to
stupid.
hear this. I would like to hear this underdog.
They're thought to have little chance of winning a fight or contest. Everyone is saying, "Oh, the Chiefs are not
He's reading-
going to win."
She's got the fucking dictionary out.
Yeah,
Like,
I love that. Underdog
Dick.
says nothing about.
that the Bills,
the
Bills winning,
won.
the Bills winning the Super Bowl.
They're not underdogs.
It's
They're
underdogs.
literally
Okay,
Bills.
okay. Well, all right, this is just a preview for this game.
Sorry, that's not an underdog team.
And,
All right,
and you
all
think
right.
it's me
All right.
who have won?
Okay, ladies. Okay.
Girls that know ball.
I'm just gonna let it go for a minute, and then we'll like resume it. in, like,
Girls that
30
know
seconds.
ball.
See
Okay.
if they're still.
They make
fighting.
great. They make great points actually. Victoria's making good points, saying Buffalo's never won a Super Bowl, very much an underdog, and the Chiefs beat them pretty much every time in the playoffs. When was the last time Buffalo beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs? Ever? Has Josh Allen ever beaten Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in the playoffs?
No, Nick is a Chiefs fan. And why would you want, if you are a Chiefs fan, why would you want your team to be the underdog? That doesn't even make any sense.
You would.
You
Yes,
no,
that's
that
what
kind
I
of makes
want.
sense.
I want everyone to think that they aren't going to win because that's what happens every time and they win. So
They win when they're underdogs because the pressure is taken off of
Victoria
them.
only likes the Bills because Josh Allen is cute.
So
to
what?
her.
I don't
She
give
could
a
have
fuck.
named 5 players.
all right, ladies. Okay, thank you for the call.
Sorry,
We appreciate
Victoria,
the
but
listens.
Josh Allen is taken.
Fuck the Bills.
All right. Ryan Andrade also said in that argument while that was going on, I hope the Chiefs get the most horrendous call in NFL history to win. Twitter will break.
Oh my God.
I'm sick of Texans players and just everyone on Twitter bitching and complaining about the refs. Like, yeah, we know the refs are on the Chiefs' side. Everyone knows this. So what are you going to do about it? You going to play better? Like, you got to beat both of them. We know this.
Yeah, I
And-
mean, I am always an advocate of it's never the refs. Like, I'm always that. But the Chiefs do play smart football.
Yeah.
They do. Regardless of if they win by one score or are a controversial play, they do play smart football, in my opinion.
Right, but I will say that this year is a bit different
Okay.
because they like barely ever got over like 30 points, and like all their games like that they've won was like a wrong call in that Oakland Raiders game that shouldn't have been a fumble. That was one. They got lucky and blocked a field goal by Denver Broncos. They
Oh, so they got
had-
lucky because they blocked a field goal? How is that lucky? Because they made a play?
no, I'm just saying like any other team normally like loses that game. It's 9 out of 10. They like
Well-
barely lost or barely won, and then also because Isaiah Likely's foot was half out of bounds by inches. That was another win that they had, and there was plenty of others. I'm just saying there was. I
There-
can
Yeah,
name
but that's not the
numerous.
ref.
That's not the refs. That's the other. I mean,
That's the play.
I think what he's trying to say is that like they
They're
won
fraudulent.
they won a few games this year that were decided on one or two plays. The
Yes.
entire game came down to just
It's not
one
like
or
they're
two
the
plays.
same
A
old
lucky,
dominant
he's saying
Chiefs.
they got some lucky bounces, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I'm not saying that they're like the dominant number one seed of the AFC.
No,
like, they
I
lost
agree
to-
with that. I'm just
they
saying they
lost
play
to the
smart
Bills.
They do.
before. Like, I mean, I get it. It was in Buffalo, but they still lost. And I just think that I think it might be the Bills' year this year. Bills might have it. I mean, it's
football.
hard.
I hope not personally on my personal note, but I mean, everything is writing on the wall like Bills could actually win this game.
Ryan's right in that this is gonna feel like the Super Bowl.
Yes.
This is
Correct.
the best. And you said it good last week too. A damn shame that the Ravens and the Bills had to play each other in the divisional round because that could have been a good AFC Championship matchup and that could have been a good Super Bowl matchup.
right. 100%.
Ryan Andrade also said Spags is going to have something crazy up his sleeve.
Oh, this fucking guy.
Coach
this
Spags.
fucking guy.
Former St. Louis
Give
Ram
him
coach.
a head coach position. See what happens. See what happens.
I don't
I've
thi-
seen it. Have you?
I don't think he wants it though.
Yeah, I would understand why he doesn't want it because he knows he can't handle the fucking pressure. 4 fucking pillars,
I love his eyes.
unreal. Get it together.
Okay, so
I
no,
want him to get exposed.
we talked about Bills Chiefs. What about Manders
Eagles.
Dude, I've been listening to Part of My Take actually this week, like more than usual. Oh my god. The fact that this is an NFC East division rivalry for the
Yeah.
NFC Championship. Obviously, the Eagles fandom took a hit when they had that dude cussing out and calling the Packers fan a cunt and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that was not a good look. But at least he's banned from the stadium. It's been a bad year for fucking NFL fans, I will say.
The Commanders or the Ravens guy going down the street punching people.
Yeah, it's just been not a good year, not a good look for fans. But
What about the Colts fan? Like the guy who
okay, that does bring it up. That does bring it up.
This is our team.
We
blue. Maybe we should be.
He won Fan of the Year.
I know. That's why I remembered him. He's bringing the NFL fans, the super fans, back.
Yes. Oh, that Chargers fan better not win it ever. You guys know what the Chargers woman
The
fan?
Asian lady.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Yeah, she's an industry
she's the
plant.
implant. Yeah. Oh, whatever. But I for the Eagles and Commanders, I want it to be like just like a like nasty game where there's pushing and shoving,
Low
after
scoring.
plays and-
Every whistle, they're just jawing at each other.
right. And I want both teams to be playing at their best. And Jalen Hurts and Jaden Daniels, that's a great quarterback mashup.
Yep.
Good offenses. It's just who's going to have the better defense.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna try to watch this NFC game closer because I haven't watched the Commanders like at all season. Like I can't even tell you like they didn't play any primetime games, did they?
Well, every team is rewarded at least one prime time football.
Well, I don't know when the Commanders played theirs or what day or night it was on, but the only Commanders highlight I really remember from the season was when they played Chicago
Had the
and
Hail Mary.
Chicago and the Hail Mary, but the Chicago players were cheering like during
Oh,
the
yeah,
play,
he was
during the
taunting
last
the
play.
fan. He was taunting the fan.
He was taunting fans as wide receivers were running down the field, and then that guy turned around and tries defending the ball, and,
and
it
he's the one
bounced
that touched
over his
it.
head.
He's the one that touched it.
What a jackass!
To give you a perspective, the Commanders did win their last 5 games before going into the playoffs.
Yeah, they're already.
And that goes
So
back.
they were hot going in.
That goes back to my theory of a hot team versus a team who's had the
Rested, on
bye,
bye.
rested. They've been resting their starters the last 2 or 3 weeks before the season. No meaningful football in the month of December. Like that's not the recipe for success, I don't think.
Well, and also, I will say it's bad. It gets worse for the Lions. They lost their offensive and defensive coordinators. And if you look at Dan Campbell's record before Ben Johnson came on as offensive coordinator, you might puke. It's that bad.
It
Damn.
was what 3 and
I mean, yeah, it's like
yeah,
as soon as Ben Johnson came in, that's when they started being good.
yeah with 9 wins.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like,
Those guys are a dime a dozen. They'll replace them.
yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah. You're not wrong. Like, it's a good, like, place to end up. Like, there'll be an attraction of coaches.
Yep.
And how about Ben Johnson? Just like immediate. Like, how would you feel if you're like a Lions fan? You're just like your offensive coordinator. Like 2 days after that loss, just goes signs with the division rival Bears.
You already
Like,
know he was doing interviews or talking to people during the playoff run,
Right,
and
right.
he had 1 foot out the door before the game even started.
But I mean, it wasn't his fault though. Like they the
Oh, they
offense
scored
did their
45
part.
points. Yeah, so you can't blame him for the loss.
Right.
But that's the difference between the number 1 seed in the NFC and the number 1 seed in the AFC. The Chiefs have experience. They've won Super Bowls before. They rested their players leading up to the playoffs, but those players know when to turn it back on.
Right, but also
Kelsey where was he all season? Well, he was saving it for the playoffs. He went off for 100 yards and a touchdown.
and I will say though, like the difference between like how top heavy the AFC was to the NFC, where the Lions had to play like Commanders, a great team, and no offense to the Texans, but everyone knew going into that game the Texans were going to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the Commanders at least had a better shot than the Texans did against the Chiefs. Does that make sense?
I
Like, you would
agree.
say that, like, you would say that's a closer matchup. I mean, so I'm just saying, like, it worked out very well for the Chiefs that they had to play against the Texans, or if they would have had to play like the Steelers or.
I mean, I would kind of disagree with you a little bit with that statement, just because the Commanders were a lower seed, even though they were in the NFC, than the
I know, but I feel
Texans were. The Texans were a division winner.
yeah,
They
but
won a
I feel
playoff
like-
game at home.
right. But if the Lions play the Buccaneers, that's also a good team.
The Lions rolled the Buccaneers, and it's not even close.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
The
but
Lions would
the
roll
Commanders had
Baker Mayfield.
the better team. And
Yeah.
that's why they deserved the NFC Championship.
Yeah,
Ryan asked, "Is Jalen Hurts still concussed? Dude has played like trash."
he
I
was
don't- I don't-
perked up. He was perked up. I saw some interview. And he said some stupid shit about like, we're playing in the snow. I used to play in the snow when I was a kid. And the reporter goes, okay,
I mean, hey, that's whatever it takes.
what it takes.
Whatever. It
Get him back out in the field. Give him whatever. All right, let's get predictions for this weekend. I, of course, had the script, so I know it's Chiefs and Eagles, but
I'm hoping it's Bills and Commanders, but I'm hoping not hoping. This is my prediction: Eagles versus Bills.
okay.
I'm gonna believe in the kid. I'm taking the Commander.
Taking the rookie?
I'm taking the rookie.
And
First time ever in history a rookie quarterback goes to the Super Bowl.
so you're hoping it's Commanders Chiefs? Is that what
Yes.
your prediction is?
Yeah, that is my prediction. Commanders team. I can't root for the Bills.
If
I'm sorry, I
someone
can't.
if
So you
someone
can't
had
do it.
to
So you can't even
rewrite the
predict it?
script,
No, I can't even predict it. I'm sorry.
Objectively, you can't
Objectively, I can't even do it.
even- Okay, all right,
Victoria says Bills, Eagles.
all right.
they'll be
I'm
good
sorry,
games.
I'm sorry. I can't do it.
I get it.
And what do you guys think about both games being on Sunday?
I mean, yeah, Championship
that-
Sunday. That's
Championship weekend. That's how it's always been.
which game's first? I'm
The
hoping
NFC.
it's-
The NFC
Okay,
is first.
Eagles, Commanders, good. Yeah, but that's why actually the every year for golf, it's the Farmers Open or whatever, and they always start on Wednesday that week, so
They
that
can-
way they finish on Saturday.
Oh,
They don't
They
even
don't
want to. They
compete.
don't want to compete.
wait,
with the,
Farmer? Or no, I'm thinking of Waste Management. It's in Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
there
Super
yet.
Bowl weekend, isn't it?
It is.
And guess who's attending?
You're going?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in Scottsdale, dude.
No
You know-
way.
Yes. Oh, you haven't heard about this?
What?
Yeah.
With the two
dude.
ladies that called
Wait,
in.
Hold on.
Do you want to go?
No,
if
no,
you
no.
want to go, you can.
No.
How are you? Where are you guys flying?
Yeah, get a round trip. Well, we're flying out of KC because KC is cheaper, $100 cheaper. So
Nice.
Victoria's driving us to Abby's Tuesday night. We fly out at 6 a.m. from KC, land in Scottsdale at like 8:30 that time, and we have tickets to the practice round on Wednesday. So we're gonna go hang out at the, like 16th green or whatever
Wow.
on Wednesday to practice round, and then Thursday. Listen to this. You know how I do the DK group or whatever?
Yeah.
I'm going to pick 3 guys that are all in the same group to my DK lineup.
And just follow.
And
him?
I'm just going to follow that group. And I'm just gonna make this
Victoria
fucking birdie.
says,
Come on.
Nick,
come
we
on.
need a number 4.
Yeah, we
Oh,
do.
I'd love to, but I don't think I can make that happen.
Damn. But yeah, I also, my plans, I've already made sure the ladies added to the itinerary. You know what restaurant I'm going to?
That one where Paul Biznasty got into
Going
a
to
fight. with-
Houston's, dude. We're going to Houston's, and I might like act like I'm a fucking retard, like you know, like just fuck around with the hostesses a little bit or something to see if Biznasty comes after me from out of nowhere.
Jumping out
Be like, oh,
behind.
no, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm
sorry,
just kidding.
Biz. I was doing a bit.
Yeah, but dude, if he's there, there's a good chance he goes there. He says weekly.
That'd be cool, dude.
Also excited to try In-N-Out for the first ever time.
There you
Oh,
go.
I'm gonna
oh,
do one bite.
pretty
Everyone
good.
knows the rules review.
It's all right.
Well,
Okay, don't. Let me.
He'll make his own
Let him-
opinions.
in my opinion,
All right, I don't. I don't want to go into it thinking anything.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, let's move on to a little baseball. Cardinals had their winter warm up.
Yes.
A bunch of blah 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 about how they're gonna be better this year.
Yeah,
It's
I
same
did
shit
hear-
every year.
I heard Sonny Gray is like, I have confidence in this team. I don't buy into the retool or whatever. I heard Contreras wants to be here and stuff, but
I've said it once on a Bluecast a week or two back. Maybe this is what the team needs. Maybe they need no expectations. Everyone write them off. Maybe Quentin Matthews are,
you guys
Best
carried a
pitcher
segment
gets a
by
spot.
yourself. I'll be right back.
It's all right.
but do you see the Dodgers signed another Japanese pitcher?
God,
that's gonna rope
yeah, I saw that. For how much?
I don't know.
We talked about it on the other podcast I do. What's
they
wrong
s-
with them?
they get
I think it was 300 million. Or something.
I don't know the dollar. There's no salary cap in baseball, so
There isn't.
I go, oh, a $70 million deal. I go, is that a lot for the Dodgers? I'm like,
A lot of people are talking about how baseball is getting ruined now, and it's just the media is going crazy. I think on every time I tune into any radio when they're talking baseball, they always talk about how the Dodgers and Yankees are ruining baseball, or at least I've heard it all week. Honestly, I think I've heard it all week.
it's always been the storyline. The big teams spend the most money. A reporter asked Paul Skeens, what is it going to take for you to sign a long-term deal in Pittsburgh? And he's mumbled an answer out and said something like, yeah, I haven't heard a whole lot. The question they should have asked him is, Paul, have you started looking for houses in New York or LA yet? We all know where he's going to end
yeah,
up.
we all know.
But yeah, baseball there needs to be a salary cap. Needs to be a salary cap. It's not fun anymore.
It's not going to be ever. So, what do you do?
We're going to beat them. We're beating the Dodgers.
All right.
Quentin Matthews, Mason Wynn, Nolan Gorman, Jordan Walker. There's no reason why we couldn't beat them. There's no reason.
Did you hear about anything on the winter warm up at all, or no?
I listened to quotes here and there. Reporter asked Bill DeWitt III about a long, complicated question as to why are you cutting payroll? And his answer was really diluted. He said something like, it's not sound business to lose money every year. So if you're talking about losing money, then no, I don't think it's a good decision to lose money every year. Basically, Bill DeWitt was trying to defend his stance on cutting payroll because it's not practical in the long term. Whatever. Just say you don't want to win. Just say we're
Yeah. All us fans want to hear is accountability.
and
That's all we
we're
want.
not going to get that.
We're never gonna get that.
They're not going to spend money for players. They're not, especially not after fucking Goldschmidt and Arenado burnt out. Arenado's
Yep.
still on the trade block. We're going to lose millions on him. We're probably going to have to retain salary.
Yep.
But I already took off for opening day, so I'm still going.
Just for the Clydesdales.
Just
huh,
for the
man?
Clydesdales. Me and Roper are showing up for the Clydesdales, and we'll leave before first pitch.
They have a
JK.
giveaway. Probably.
Opening day giveaway is never good though. It's usually just like a magnet
Yeah,
schedule or
yeah.
something silly.
Are you gonna get your tickets or no? Is that still a game time decision?
I'm gonna get tickets regardless. I think when it gets closer to the date, they'll do standing room usually for like $50 or $60 for one
Okay.
ticket. So I'll wait for that. I think I saw $75 tickets just like up in the 400s on opening day. But
Okay.
they'll drop. I got a feeling they'll drop.
Gotcha.
But it's a St. Louis tradition. It's a holiday. I've gone 2 years in a row now, and it just you feel it. You feel it in the air down there. Like warmer weather is coming. Baseball season is here. It's exciting to be in the mix for that. That's all the baseball I really had. You want to get into a little Twitter sphere?
Sure.
Or we can talk a little soccer. Hopefully, He comes back in a second. Won't rant too much on his team, but we'll get into this. A freezing cold take by him today in the group chat. Well, in the Lucas group chat, I said something about, we need to add on to the docket. I'm gonna talk about Man City missing Champions League.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, fuck you." And then I think he texted it after Man City scored 2 goals and went up 2-0 in the second half around the 60th minute. And I look at his text and was like, "Oh," I go, "that's weird." And I look at the score and the score was tied. And I was like, "Why would he send that if the score was tied?"
I think it would.
But then I looked at the time of the goals.
Yeah, they were up 2-0.
And PSG was down 2-0 and came back and scored 4 goals in the last 30 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
PSG goes on to win.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Crazy game. Hopefully he was watching and can tell us some more.
Yeah.
But PSG was fighting for a Champions League spot too. Both of those
Both of them
were fighting. They're at the bottom of the table. We can't relate. Liverpool doesn't have those problems. Top of the table team.
Top of the
Thank you very much. But Man City is in threat of missing Champions League
They are the first team out.
as of right now.
As of right now, yes.
You watched the Champions League today? You want to tell us why Man City lost?
Roper rant? Or are we not doing it?
Give us a Man City roper rant.
That's what I want to hear. I think that's what the content the world wants to hear.
Well, Pep Guardiola got fucking divorced, so he's down bad. We're down bad. We can't finish a game. Ousmane Dembele did not start for PSG, and then it seemed like right after I sent the text with Nick,
Yeah,
he gets subbed on, and he fucking outpaces all of us.
It's crazy.
They scored like an insane goal, like on a free kick, just went past everyone to a guy wide open down the lane. He just headed it in off the ground. It's a rainy game in fucking Paris. And I don't know, we just fell apart. De Bruyne got subbed off, and then we just couldn't contain him. I don't know. It just was spelled disaster.
They're still not done, though. They have one
No.
more home match, and I think
And
if they
it's
win that
against-
one,
But here's the thing. It's against Club Bruges, and we're right now sitting outside looking in. The last
Yeah, you
spot
are the
of
last spot.
Yeah. No, we're
You know,
eliminated.
Yes.
We're the
eliminated.
first out.
Yes. And PSG and Stuttgart are right ahead of us at the bottom.
And they both play each other.
So
they
if they-
both play each other, and if they draw,
They both
they
move on.
both move on and in.
Oh.
And Club Bruges, who we play, hasn't lost a game in all competitions in 11 matches.
What? What league are they in? Belgian league?
Yeah, something like that. And it's just not looking good. But it's okay. Hey, we sub out of Champions League. I mean, I guess that's fine.
They're in the second Belgian league.
What?
No. That's,
No way. They
that-
wouldn't be in
that-
Champions League then, I don't think.
No, that is incorrect.
Maybe that was last
Oh,
year's.
Belgian Pro League? Oh, they're second in the Belgian
There
Pro
you
League.
go.
There it is.
Sorry.
There we go. The second.
It's
Sorry,
Champions
sorry,
League.
sorry.
But yes, they are a good team, and I don't know. It's just not our year.
That's okay.
Can't replicate it every year. 4 years is enough. 4 years. I went a whole presidential cycle,
I mean,
World
I'm
Cup
in
cycle.
the same thing with Bama. You can't replicate it every year.
Yeah.
We're all all
good things must come to an end.
Yep.
There you go.
Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
There
Yeah,
you go.
exactly.
Glass half full. There
I
you,
love
that's,
that
That's a
quote.
good
That's a
attitude,
great quote.
man.
Okay, but here we go. I want to go back to the fucking Dodgers.
Okay.
The game of baseball is fucked.
Oh, we
We're-
talked
Yeah.
about that.
It's over. It's over. It's dead. I don't know what the fuck. Manfred.
Yep.
He wants to do a golden bat rule. That's his theory to fixing baseball. The
What?
golden bat rule.
What would that be?
Oh, anyone can come up and hit a ball whenever they like. just once a game. Could be anyone. That's his solution.
So you can have the same batter every.
No, say
Yes, if someone struck out and then
Yeah,
you
you
wanted to
want
use the
him-
golden batter, he could be up again.
correct.
Stay up there.
It's the dumbest thing ever.
That is stupid.
But he's just allowing the Dodgers. And you know what? With the Dodgers doing that, now I feel less bad about the Cardinals not spending, where they can save that money for the years that the Dodgers aren't going to be the fucking favorites to win the World Series in there every fucking year. Save that money. Just dive into the depth of the youth and get the youth going, so then you build it up from scratch.
The only thing that's going to
And-
save him is the Cardinal way, is building up the prospects, putting money into your development, and letting these guys come up and take a roster spot. Why
Yeah.
not Quinn Matthews? Why not Mason Wynn? Why not Jimmy Crooks?
And luckily, we're not in the division of like the Braves or the Mets or the Dodgers. So, like, we'll still have our chances at winning the Central Division. It's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
anyone else in the Central is
Didn't they
like.
have the Central being the winner at like 86 wins or something like that?
Doable. Cardinals can do that.
You want to know something funny about the Pittsburgh Pirates?
What?
They spent more money on a free agent 12-year-old than they have on like anyone in the last like 4 years.
We're trying to get that card back. Is that what you're talking about?
No, there's a 12-year-old prospect from like the Caribbeans or something, and they signed him. And it's,
We
that's-
talked
that's
about
the Pirate way.
what did we say about Paul? Like someone asked
Oh,
Paul Skeens.
Oh yeah,
Someone
I
asked
know-
Paul
I know
Skeens,
that.
what would it take for you to sign long term with the Pirates? And he said something like, I haven't heard a whole lot. And I said, they should have just asked him, hey, Paul, have you started looking for houses in New York or LA yet?
Yeah. No. Paul Skeens is gonna remember that day at Busch Stadium when the Cardinal best fans
Oh.
in baseball gave him a standing ovation in his debut here at Busch.
Mm.
You'll remember that.
And if Livy Dunn wants to talk to other gymnasts who love St. Louis, go talk to Simone Biles.
LSU very French. St. Louis very French.
Yeah.
Simone Biles, married to Jonathan Owens, CBC
Livy
grad,
Dunn, please
loves emos.
DM me back, please. I have a mustache.
And he's not bad at softball.
No, yeah, come off the Bridgeton. I could destroy your boyfriend.
Take Paul Skeens. If Paul Skeens is throwing slow pitch, I'll take him deep.
Oh, absolutely.
Where did we go?
Cinema.
All right, that we're done with baseball. We're going back into soccer, and I got some Twitter sphere stuff. Let's get into. I kind of talked about this once earlier. The Lions game against the Commanders.
Mm.
You know who they had pregame singing, hyping up the crowd?
Who?
Jello Ball, the Woe song.
Oh.
They had him on the field. That's probably why they lost, actually.
Hit the corner like, whoa.
He was trying to pump up the crowd, and then like someone showed a video of Ford Field with all people's lights flashing inside, and it said something like, soccer couldn't dream of something like this. And I was just like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever read. I immediately go to the comments, just pictures of giant tifos and flares and like the yellow wall in Dortmund. And I was like, dog, like soccer fans go hard as fuck for a game. What did this guy think? And some people, he was getting roasted. Messi played a game against Club America
Scored.
in Las Vegas, and after he scored a goal, all the Mexican fans bitching at him the whole game. He goes over to the Mexican fans. He goes, me, 3, or my country, 3 World Cups. Your country, 0.
Sarah. That's yeah.
What a awesome chirp
What a-
during the game.
What a great week for autistic people. For Messi
And Elon.
Musk, yeah. Great gestures.
And my last
Christ.
thing on Twitter I had is an update from last week, you guys. They've caught the robbers who've been breaking into professional athletes' homes.
Oh,
Mm.
finally.
They are a group of Chilean internationals. They were caught in Ohio. They think it's them because in the back seat there was a game-worn LSU shirt and a Bengals hat.
Oh,
They're like,
there you go.
yeah, it looked like it came from Joe
That-
Burrow's
that's
house.
evidence. That'll get, yeah.
So I just got to get working on the script. I'm gonna write LeBron in there somehow, and I'll get that pushed to. We'll get that to his people, and we'll make it happen.
Rope, you got any Twitter?
I mean, Pat, you got Twitter?
I don't. I don't twit. I
He doesn't twit.
I've heard that. I don't know if you guys heard the theory floating around, breaking news about Barack Obama. He's
what is it?
divorcing Michelle Obama, and he's. Anyone want to guess what celebrity he is rumored to be having an affair with?
Probably some dude.
No, it's not. Well, maybe
Who?
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, right.
No way.
Jennifer Aniston has turned off her Instagram account amid weak DM confirms Barack Obama is leaving Michelle for her after affair.
Yeah,
And
right.
Obama showed up to the inauguration alone.
I did no. That is. Where did you get that from? What kind of tabloid bullshit are you reading?
Eli wasn't a big fan of my tweet about the Chiefs. I said the Chiefs literally the Chiefs and the refs literally shut down TikTok so we couldn't complain about their calls tomorrow. And then I had the picture of Mahomes with the ref.
This was funny. I saw this just today during the Bears press conference introducing their new head coach. Caleb Williams is like awkwardly standing by the door waiting for him to come in. And the caption is, Ben Johnson fist bumps Kalen Williams on his way to his first press conference. Caleb Williams is wearing a duster. He looks like Mac from It's Always Sunny. Like, it's like Caleb Williams is a drug dealer outside of 24-hour fitness with steroids. And he's like, what do you need?
Dead air.
But also, I will say, Severance Season 2 popped off.
Yep.
I still can't believe this man hasn't watched yet.
Just give him time. He'll watch.
I need to get Apple. I think I'm going to get on Paramount Plus here again because
Oh, yeah, you watched.
Gladiator 2 just got released, I heard, on Paramount
Oh.
Plus.
And you got to watch Landman.
That's on Paramount too, right?
Yeah, you watched.
That's,
you like the Yellowstone
That's
stuff.
yeah, Taylor Sheridan. I do like him. Titans president of football operations, Chad Brinker, said, "We won't pass up on a generational talent with the first pick in the draft."
Oh yeah, they fired their GM. Yeah.
Cam Ward is currently minus 200 to be the number one pick. That is an awful pick. Do not take Cam Ward. If you remember my rant on Cam Ward in the Pop-Tart Bowl, he's a piece of shit. He only cares about himself. He only cares about breaking stats. He is not a team player. That is not a franchise quarterback or anyone you want leading your team. He will be a bust. 100,000% a bust. I will stand on that. Shador Sanders will have twice the career that Cam Ward will ever have.
That's a take. I might have to clip that. Any other
That's-
OTROT or Twitter sphere?
That's
for you
pretty
guys?
much it. I mean, we talked about the Texans bitching and crying and complaining, and Joe Mixon after the game. Everybody know how it is playing up here. You can never leave it into the ref's hands. The whole world needs to see this. Like, what? Like, take some accountability. Hey, maybe we could have played better. Maybe if we didn't turn over the ball here. Maybe if we would have scored a touchdown on this play. People love to make excuses.
Any OTROTs or anything for you guys?
Oh, this last Twitter thing. Caitlin Clark was at the Chiefs game in Taylor Swift's booth. Did you see that?
Yes.
Sure did.
I commented part of my take, posted that. I said, white girl ratings through the roof.
That's very funny.
Oh, and I did hear the Travis Kelce's ex came into the news again and was on a podcast and was saying something about like, I'm tired of the Chiefs winning or whatever. And some girl ratioed her and was like, "Girl, we're tired of hearing about you. We're tired of hearing about you." I don't know why this girl can't get a new man, but she is still hung up on that.
Didn't he date Sia, or didn't he date like a? That's Russell Wilson's wife.
Yeah, I don't know.
Any OTROT before we wrap up?
Oh, I just had the weather. Just the snow in Florida was weird.
I want to shout out Indiana Vasilev, St. Louis City player, made a starting appearance for U.S. men's tonight.
We can hit on City next week. They are 31 days away from opening day.
Yep, 1 month away.
Do
today.
they practice in Florida too? Are they in Florida
They're
doing training?
in Florida for IMG Academy, which, like you said, it's no different.
No
with
different
the
than
weather.
City Park.
Right.
But Energizer Park.
City Energizer Park now.
The shout I wanted to bring that up because they just got the huge like sign, like
Oh,
the Energizer
put
Park
up.
outside. It looks sick. I'll have to show you. But also shout out Bryce.
Yeah.
He is joining me at Energizer Park as another usher.
Nice.
Let's
Oh, fuck, I might as
go.
well sit up, but whatever. I don't think Carolyn's gonna watch. So
I guess that wraps us up. Thanks for listening. I'm Sean McCall.
SDO Roper.
love you guys.
We'll see ya.